ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः।
तृतीयोऽध्यायः
प्रथमः पादः।
प्रथमः पादः
प्रत्ययः
प्रत्ययः
परश्च
परश्च
आद्युतातश्च
आद्युतातश्च
अनुदातौ सुप्रितौ
अनुदातौ सुप्रितौ
गुप्तिष्किद्भ्यः सन्
गुप्तिष्किद्भ्यः सन्
मान् भदधान् शान्भ्यो दीर्घश्चाभ्यासस्य
मान् बध्नान् दीर्घश्चाभ्यासस्य
तातो कर्मण समानकर्तृकादिच्छायां वा
धातो कर्मण समानाधिकृच्छायां वा
सुप आत्मनक्यच
सुप आत्मनक्यच
काम्यच्च
काम्यच्च
उपमानादाचारे
उपमानादाचारे
अधिकरणाच्चेति वक्तव्यम्।
अधिकरणाच्चेति वक्तव्यम्।
कर्तृक्यं सलोपश्च
कर्तृक्यलोपश्च
सर्वप्रातिपदिके व्यक्-विवा वक्तव्यः।
सर्वप्रातिपदिकेभ्यो वक्तः
वृषादिभ्यो भुव्यक्ष्वे लोपश्च हलः।
वृषादिभ्यो लोपश्च हलः
लोहितादिडाज्व्यक्त्यश्
लोहितादिव्यक्ष
कष्टाय क्रमणे
कष्टाय क्रमणे.
You remember the sutra Kashtaya Kramane? In the Subanta, we refer to the sutra as the Pramanam. For what? Paribhasha, remember? sannipata vidhi tat
सन्निपात विधि
kashtaya kramane. Here Ramaya, that example we took, that near yaha akaranta dangat nehe yaha adesha bhavati. Once yakara adesha comes, supicha is applied because of which angasya dirghattam bhavati, right? Rama become Rama, kashta. How can we do it? This, that is Sannipata Lakshana Vidhi. It says that when because of a nimitta is there because of which karya happens. And how can that karya can change the very nimitta itself, right? But this, for that we give this sutra as a pramanam, since Parani Maharshi himself uses, therefore kashtaya. Therefore there it is not nitya paribhasha, it is anitya paribhasha. Paribhasha should be applied where it required, where such thing cannot happen, there we apply the paribhasha. Okay. So it's therefore because paribhasha is there, therefore we cannot apply it everywhere. All the sutras, the paribhashas, akrita vyugaha paniniyaha. So when you akrita vyuga, when you applying the rules as you have learned, and when you see that you reach a dead end, then you have to turn back. Don't apply, because the goal is to arrive at the word. Therefore, apply the paribhasha appropriately there. So because the paribhasha is there, therefore you cannot apply it. You cannot apply it, or you cannot refrain from applying it. This Sannipata Lakshana is not applied here. Kashtaya should. If it is applied, then you will never get the form Ramaya. But Ramaya, the word is there. Chaturtha Vyakti, Ekavachanam, Karanta Pullinga Shabda. So therefore, the Vayakanas, you see how much they have gone deep into the study of the Shastra, taking this word. So this word and Panini and Mahabhashya also, Rakaranam. That also an example we saw. Mahabhashyakara use of dharmaya. I think some dharmaya something. The word. That is a pramanam. So by that Sannipata Lakshana Vidhi, the paribhasha is not applied. Sannipata Lakshana Vidhi we saw in the context of what? What Shabda? Recently only, just before Navaratri. Sannipata, Jara Shabda, right? Jara Shabda. Am I right? Jarayaha Nitarasyam. I think that is Shabda. That is Jara, Ajara. There we saw.
Jara, yeah, Jara.
There we saw this. Sannipata Lakshana Vidhi. Even before also, there's some other context also we saw this Sannipata. Anyway. Karmano romantha tapobhyam varticharo. That's a Meda Shakti is required. Na Medaya Bhaguna Shutena na. Don't we need Meda here? You require, right?
Yes.
Meda not required only by Shravanam na. After listening, you need to remember what you have listened to, right? So it is required. Karmano romantha tapobhyam varticharo.
Karmano romantha tapobhyam varticharo.
Bashposhmabhyam udvamane.
Bashposhmabhyam udvamane.
Shabdavairakalahabhra meghe bhyakharane.
Shabdavairakalahabhra
Skadibhyakhartavedanaayam.
Sukadibhyakhartavedanaayam.
Namo varivaschitranakyac.
Namo varivaschitranakyac.
Puchabhandachivaranning.
Puchabhandachivaranning.
Mundamishra Lakshnala Vanavratavastra Lakalakrutatu Sthebhyo Nich.
Undamishra Krishna Lavana Vrata Vastra Hala Kala Yo Nich
Dhato Rekacho Halade Kriya Samabhigade Yang
Dhato Halade Kriya Samabhihare Yang
Nityam Kautilye Gato
Nityam Kautilye Gatau
Lupasada Charajapa Jabadaka Dashagrubhyo Bhavagarghayam
Lupasada Chara Jabadaha Dasha Bhavagarhyayam
Satya Papasha Rupa Veena Tula Shoka Sena Lomatvacha Varma Varna Churna Churadibhyo Nich
Satyapa Sharupa Veena Tula Shloka Sena Loma Tvacha Varma Varna Churna Churadibhyo Nich
Hetumati Cha
Hetumati Cha
Kanva Dibhyo Yak
Kanvadibhyo Yak
Guputhupa Vichipani Panibhya Ayaha
Gupudhupa Panibhya Ayaha
Rateri Yang
Riteri Yang
Kamer Ning
Kamer Ning
Ayadaya Ardhatu Keva
Ayadaya Ardha Dhatu Keva
Sanadyanta Dhatavaha
Sanadyanta Dhatavaha
Yatasil Rilitoho
Tasi Lito
Sibbagulam Leti
Sibbahulam Leti
Das Pratyayadama Mantre Liti
Paspratayadama Mantre Liti
Ijadesha Gurumato Nrichaha
Ichadesha Gurumato Nrichaha
Dayaya Sascha
Dayaya Sascha
Ushavidajagribhyonyatarasyam
Ushavida Jagribhyo Anyatarasyam
Bhihri Bhru Huvam Shluvacha
Bhihri Bhrigvam Svacha
Princhana Prayujyate Liti.
Kinchanu Prayujyate Liti.
Yes. What was the last sutra we saw? Sanyaho. Yes. Yes. Sanyaho. We saw the introduction, and then Sanyaho Sutra. I think that was the last sutra. Sanyaho. San Antasya, Yangantasya, Anabhyasasya, Dhatoho, Kimbhavati, Pratamasya, Dve, Ajadehe, Dvitiyasya. That we know 611, 612. That we will see. The 5 sutras are there in that 611, 612, 613, 613. No, only 3. 4 and 5 we know. Purva Abhyasaha, Ubhe Abhyastam we know. So Ekacho Dve Pratamasya, Ajadehe Dvitiyasya, Nandra Sanyoga Dayaha. That we will see later when we see Dvittam. Before Dvittam, generally Dvittam happens because of the Pratyaya. Anabhyasasya, Abhyasaka Bhavati. The main sutra is Liti. The Liti, when Lit Pratyaya follows. But this is different. Sanyaho is not Shashti Bhakti Dvivachanam, it is Shashti. Sorry, it's not Saptami Bhakti Dvivachanam, it is Shashti. Because it is Shashti, the Pratyaya is added. After that, duplication happens. Sanyangoho, Sanyanta, Sananta, Anabhyasasya Dhatoho Dvittam Bhavati. Sananta Anabhyasasya Dhatu. And San being Adidhatuka Pratyaya, here we are doing Dhatoho Karmana Samana Katraga Dichayamba. Okay, not Guptachkidyasan. So therefore it is Adidhatuka Pratyaya. Therefore Ittahama will come. Adidhatukasya It Valadehe, Ittahama will come. Provided the Dhatu is State Anukula Dhatu, right? How do you know it is State Anukula or not? How do you determine Dhatu whether it is set, anit, set or anit. Ekach, anudata.
Yeah, many vowels then again.
Not many vowels. The rule is, the main rule is anit dhatu. Ekach upadeshe anudatat. That's the rule. Ekach upadesha, ekach anudata dhatu. That is in the upadesha, in the dhatu pata, dhatus which are ekach, single voweled dhatu, whose swara is anudata. The swara of the vowel is anudata. That will be anit. That's the main rule, right? Remember, we saw in it rकरणम. Okay, anyway, we will see that. And Nishta Pratyaya again we will see in detail. Nishta Pratyaya I am doing for the other class. In fact, that is intermediary. You know very well. It is not for you, but still, if you have time, you can see that videos. Nishta Pratyaya. But anyway, we will see Nishta more in our class. We have seen Nishta Pratyaya, Ta Tavatu Pratyaya, Trich Pratyaya, and Twa Pratyaya, Tuman Pratyaya. All the Pratyayas put together we saw. That's why our rकरणम was little complicated. For that class, they cannot understand that. That's why Nishta Pratyaya alone I separated, and the rules connected to Nishta Pratyaya alone I'm teaching. It goes on. It is almost 14 classes or 15 classes it is. It's a little elaborate. You will see that also in our class. We'll see more elaborately further. Now we are going to see with regard to sun. So therefore we should know that the dhatu must be a set anukula dhatu, and the pratyaya is set anukula pratyaya because it is valadi, val letter, sakara, sun. How do you know the dhatu is set anukula dhatu? There are no sutra for knowing the dhatu is a set. Only anit dhatu rules are given. Ekach anudata dhatu will be anit. The dhatu pata dhatus which are ekach. Almost all the dhatus are ekach, right? How many dhatus are anekach? Few. Jagru, didi, vevi, iti. We have only some 6 or 7 dhatus only anekach. Otherwise, all the dhatus are ekach only, right?
Yeah.
So ekach dhatu and the swara of the vowel of the dhatu is anudata, then it is anit. If it is swarita, if it is udata, then it is set. Simple. Of course, there are in the 7-2 section, there are different rules or combinations are there. Sometimes dhatu may be anit, but with regard to some pratyaya, valadi pratyaya, it may be it. Sometimes it may be valadi pratyaya, but still the some valadi pratyaya itakama is negated. Even dhatu is a set. So all those combinations, that is why itta prakaranam, it's little complicated. So now we have to see it here. It because the pratyaya is valadi. Therefore, that we have to know, because sanyagoho, this sutra, here the word sanyagoho, it's only one padam, it's shashti bhakti. Therefore, when san pratyaya is added to dhatu, and the dhatu is anabhyasa dhatu, then after joining the pratyaya with the dhatu, duplication happens. Not before. Generally, duplication happens before. But in the case of sun and yang, it happens after joining the pratyaya with the dhatu. That is important. You have to know that is a difference. For lit lakara and lit pratyaya follows, anabhyasasya abhyasaha bhavati. Duplication happens. But for sanyaho, it is different. If you see 6-1 section, anabhyasasya, liti anabhyasasya dhatoho, liti sapta vibhakti. Here it is shashti vibhakti. Understand? It's important. Kashikara says, sanyaho iti shashtyantam yetat. It is shashtyantam. So, therefore, dhatoho anabhyasasya dhatoho sanyang pratyaha pratyayo bhavataha, and sanyaho shashtyantam. Therefore, sanantasya yangantasya anabhyasati dhatoho avayavasya, you see, is giving avayava of the dhatu, of the dhatu ending with san pratyaya and in pratyaya. That undergoes duplication. How? Prathamasya ekacho dve prathamasya ajadehe dvitiyasya. That will see what will undergo duplication, that he says. If it is ajadi dhatu, then second H will undergo duplication. If it is ekach dhatu, then dve prathamasya. Right? Ajadehe dvitiyasya ekachaha dve prathamasya. So if it is ajadi dhatu, then we have to duplicate the second vowel of them. See, san pratyaya, the content of sun is
Sakara. Sa.
sa, not sakara.
Sa.
Sakara plus a. It has got one vowel a, and the dhatu must be having one vowel, must minimum one vowel, right? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
So now it become anekaj, right?
Yeah.
Now anekaj is more than one H, two H, right? Two vowels. Now which one will undergo duplication? First H or second H? That is why we have the sutra. Ekacho dve prathamasya ajadehe dvitiyasya. If it is ajadi dhatu, then second vowel will undergo duplication. Otherwise, what will undergo duplication? Prathamasya, right? Prathamasya
Dvitam.
dittam bhavati. Right? As appropriate, the prathama or dvitiya ekaj, which has not undergone abhyasa, will undergo duplication. Prathama or dvitiya of the dhatu. Okay, anyway. We'll see more on this. We're going to discuss now. This point is important, which Chandra asked us. The word Sanyago should be understood as Shashti Vakti, Divachanam, not as Saptami. Otherwise, what will happen? Otherwise, Anabhyasa Dhatu will undergo duplication. No. If you take it as Saptami Bhakti, the latter case, that is Saptami Bhakti, the meaning would be when Sanyang Pratyaya follow, Anabhyasa Dhatu undergoes Dvittam. Therefore, the problem would be Anabhyasa Dhatu alone undergoes Dvittam. Then what will happen to Itakama? Because San Pratyaya is Adha Dhatuka, Valadi Dhatu. Itakama would not undergo Dvittam. If Itakama doesn't undergo Dvittam, then such forms, it's not possible. You see the Dhatu, At Dhatu, Atiti Shati. From where E has come, E is because of the Agama, Itakama. So the E has undergone duplication. It is Ajadi Dhatu, At Dhatu, Ajadi. So once you At plus San, if you add At plus Sa, Atisa, Itakama comes Atisa, Ajadi Dhatu. Therefore, second vowel E, that undergoes duplication. That's why you get Atiti Shati, Ashishi Shati, iti, Rupam, right? If you do duplication, if you take Sanyaka to be Saptami, then Dhatu alone will undergo duplication. At will become, so At will become At. Then you will not see E repeating there. Here Atiti Shati is a Rupam. You will not get this form, right? Therefore, the Kashikara says, you will not get such forms, Atiti Shati, these are the Sananta Rupam. There it is very clear the Ittakama undergoes duplication. It means San Pratyaya should be added to the Dhatu, after that only duplication should be done. Right? That is the meaning. Pat, this example we saw in the last class, Pat plus San. Pat plus San. Pat is what Dhatu? You have to check the Dhatu Pata. Either Dhatu Pata or we have to check that, remember we have given the Halanta Dhatus, which are Anit, which are, there's a Karika we are given. You remember? There's a Shloka. Ajanta Dhatus, which are State Dhatus. Other than the Dhatus which are in the Karika, they are Anit. If you remember the Karika. And a list of Dhatus which are Halanta Dhatus are given. Takaranda Dhatu, Kakara, starting from Takara. Takaranda Dhatu, Chakaranta, etc. There you have to see the list in the Dhatu whether it is there. If it is there, then it is Anit. If you remember, fine. Otherwise, I will show you 1 minute. Vishta. Tavatu. Tavatu Rupani. Vishta Pratyaya. Just a minute. I will find. Yes, third. Yes. Utakrudantaha. Pratyaya. File document name, I forgot. Give me a minute. Sorry, to Vyavastha in progress. Check some that. Okay. You see this document. But this document you must be having. Now we are updating this document. We will see this later. So here you can see it. This is what we said. Set dhatu and set anukula pratyaya, then it will happen, right? It bhavati. Otherwise, no. And you remember this karika. Udridhantair yotirukshnu shing snono kshoshvi ding shibihi. You remember this? Do you? No. This karika, this is, we have seen this. This karika lists down the dhatu which are said. So this alone is given in the form of the list here. Ukara dhatu, rikara dhatu, yu dhatu, etc. All these dhatus are said dhatus. What about the dhatus other than this? They are anit. Here u means ut, ukaranda dhatu, rikaranda dhatu, antehi, yau dhatu, ru dhatu, kshnu dhatu, shing dhatu, snu dhatu, nu, shu, shvi, ding, shri, then vru and vrung. All these are vina ekachaha ajanteshu nigataha. Nigataha means they are vina other than this are nigataha. Other than the dhatus listed here are other than the dhatus listed here anudata. It means these dhatus are ananudata. Ananudataha, right? Ananudataha means it must be udata or swarita. Understand? If it is anudata, if it is a dhatu is ekash anudata, then it is anit. So therefore, what are the dhatus given here? Anit or said? Said. First you have to understand the karika. See, vina vinaikacho ajanteshu nigataha smrtaha, accepting the dhatus, right? Accepting the dhatus, other ajanta dhatus or nigataha, anudataha, smrtaha. Other than the dhatus listed here in this karika are anudata dhatus. So therefore dhatus listed here must be ananudataha. It means either it must be udata or swarita. What is the condition for dhatu to be a anit dhatu? It must be ekash anudata. So ekash anudatas are more, which is easy, which is easier way to know the more or to know the less. By knowing the less, you know the more, right? That's the easy way, right? By knowing the less, you can know the more. Means you know the less. Why should spend time knowing the more? It's very difficult. Anudata dhatus are many, whereas other than anudata, ananudhatus are less, minimum, and that can be captured in the form of a karika. Therefore, karika is here simply the form of shloka. Ukaranda dhatus, all ukaranda dhatus, therefore they are what? They are
Set.
Set.
set. Simple. All ukaranta dhatus are set. Right? That is why this is the same karika is given in the table here. Therefore, following ajanta dhatus are set. Or ukaranta dhatus. Ut, r, rikaranta dhatus. Then u dhatu. You can see how many dhatus. So ukaranta, rikaranta. Then 2 ukaranta, 3 ukaranta. Oh, sorry, 3, yeah, 6 ukaranta dhatus. Not 6, 7. Okay, 7. 7 ukaranta dhatus. Or they are listed in the karika. Okay, they are set. And how many ikaranta? 2 ikaranta, 2 ikaranta, and 2 rikaranta. All these dhatus are set dhatu. Ajanta dhatus, set dhatu. Only ajanta we are saying now. Alanta we are going to see that. Okay, already we have said this is not necessary. Making you recall. This alone is given the karika here. What about halanta dhatus? Halanta dhatus, we are, that also list we are given. Kakaranta dhatu, chakaranta dhatu, all these are anit dhatu. These are anit dhatu. So now the example what we saying pat dhatu. Where is pat dhatu here? The list. Is there any takaranta dhatu? Do you see takaranta dhatu? The list.
Takaranta.
Pat takaranta dhatu. Not dakara, takara.
Not in here.
Therefore it must be
Set.
Set.
that is why itakama. That is itakama comes. Otherwise you see the dhatu pata. Find out the swara of the vowel here which must be what? Ananudata, right? It cannot be anudata. Understand? You can infer. Because the dhatu takes itakama, therefore the swara must be ananudata, not anudata. It is ekash dhatu and the swara is ananudata. It can be udata, swarita, that you can check the dhatu pata. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, dear.
Important this itta prakaranam, because sun being adadhatu kavaladi, it will take ittakama. So depending on the dhatu, whether it is set or anit, so you have to see. So pat dhatu is now therefore we know pat dhatu is set dhatu. It is ekach anudata dhatu. Ekach ananudata dhatu. And moreover, we get for our easier understanding our reference, we have the list. The list you have already. You have seen this in Rakaranam. The same file only. So takaranta dhatu, pat dhatu. Takaranta itself is not there. Then where is pat dhatu? Therefore, patu must be a set dhatu, because it is set and the pratyaya is also set anukula pratyaya. Therefore, itakama comes pat plus sa. Then you get patisa. Yes, then shatvam happens. Sakara is apadanta sakara preceded by in, right? Therefore, shatvam patisha. Now, what you get? What is this? This is a new dhatu, right?
Yeah.
Sanadintaha dhatavaha. What type of dhatu? Upadeshika dhatu or atideshika?
Adideshika.
Derived dhatus, all atideshika dhatus. Now, sanyamaho by that sutra, this is a dhatu. This is dhatu, right?
Yeah.
Not undergone abhyasa, anabhyasasya. And san is a avayava. Sanantasya. Now, dhatoho sanantasya dhatoho tasya avayavasya dvittam bhavati. What avayava will undergo dvittam? If it begins with a vowel, the second ach will undergo duplication. Second ach is ti. But it is beginning with a consonant. Therefore,
First.
Pratamasya dvittam bhavati. Pratama ach. What is the pratama ach?
Akara.
Akara from left and right you have to take up. You have to left side up to the vowel, before the vowel. Right side up to the vowel. That is one. Okay. That is vowel is. It's not only the vowel. Okay. Vowel includes consonants also. Ekach when we say from the right hand side, left hand side, both. Like Valli Devane. But both the consonants are the wife, okay, on the left hand side and right hand side. Up to the preceding the vowel, up to the succeeding vowel, whatever the consonants are there, that is one family, okay. So therefore, here A is A preceded by Pakara and Akara followed by Takara. Therefore, pat. Pat is the ekach. That is ekach. Okay. Pat is the ekach, that will undergo duplication. Isha will not. That E is second vowel. That will not undergo duplication. If it is the dhatu is ajari dhatu, like in the case of atisha, there akara it is. Therefore, second vowel will undergo duplication. You see, at also like that only. At dhatu taking itta, therefore it must be what?
It.
Ekach, ananu dhatu.
Dhatu.
It must be Udata Swarita. Taking Itagama, right? So Isha. So adding, then therefore Itagama comes, therefore you get Atisha. Atisha is a new dhatu. Now which will undergo duplication? Vitum. This is Ajadege.
Jadi, so second term.
What is second
Ika.
one? So at E, then Sha. Which will undergo? E, that is from Takara, Isha. Isha will undergo.
Isha.
So therefore what will happen? Isha is sorry, Isha, not Isha. Ajadege.
Tisha should be.
Ajadege is Ajaridatu Dvitiyasya, right? Isha, so Isha will undergo duplication. So Atisha is there. Atisha, therefore you will have duplication is Atitisha. Atitishati. Atitishati, we will see. Atitishati. Then what further happens? You have to see. Second vowel will undergo duplication. Right? So here, Isha is the one will undergo duplication. What is that? It is Takara, Rikara, Shakara. So Tisha, not Isha, Tisha, Tish. In fact, here three. How many vowels are there? If you see, how many vowels are there? 3. A is there, E is there, Shakara is. Shakara and followed by A. So Atitish. 3 vowels are there, right? One vowel is the part of the dhatu. Other vowel is Itagama. And Sanpratyaya also has got one vowel. Here also like that only. Patisha. Here Itagama comes. Therefore, this is one vowel is there in the dhatu. Second vowel, the Itagama. Third vowel is the as part of the Pratyaya. So 3 vowels, Anekach. Right? When Sanpratyaya is added, it will be Anekach only. Like in which. So when it is Anekach, then we have to see Ajadega Dvitiyasya. Otherwise, Prathamasya. Right? So Atitisha. So here again the Angakarya happens, Aladishesha, etc. will happen. Therefore, you get that we will see. Okay. Ajadi dhatu. Now, here what happens? Prathamasya Dvitam Bhavati, therefore Pat Patisha. Then we know Purvaha Abhyasaha Ubhe Abhyastam. This is Abhyasa, then Abhyasa Karya. Aladishesha will apply. That Abhyasa Karya we are going to see in detail. We'll see. So only the first Prathama hal will remain, other hal will drop, so Pa will remain. And the specific Angakarya, Abhyasa Karya, that is Akara of the Abhyasa will be replaced by E. Abhyasa, Akara of the Abhyasa will be replaced by E. That's a specific rule for Sananta. What is the rule? Sanyataha. Sanyataha. Sani. Ataha. Atah sthanigit adesha bhavati. Then Pipatisha. Pipatisha is the dhatu. I mean, Pipatisha is what you get finally. Right? Pipatisha after duplication. So Pipatisha. Pipatisha is a dhatu. Okay, we cannot stop here. Patisha is not at dhatu because after adding sun undergoes duplication, then only you get dhatu. Okay. Here you cannot say at this stage you cannot say it's a dhatu. It's a intermediary stage. Please note. Okay, I said dhatu, right? It is an intermediary stage. Here only you get it becomes a dhatu, not here. It's the intermediary stage. That is dhatu plus the sun pratyaya. There it undergoes duplication. After undergoing duplication, finally what you get is a dhatu. So here only becomes a dhatu. Sanadantaha dhataha 3. Because it is a dhatu, then you can add the pratyaya and form the lakaras. So it's a dhatu. Therefore, not only lakara, anything, any pratyaya you can add. Krit pratyayas or whatever, shatru pratyayas, shatrantam, yes, that also you can add. Top pratyaya, tuman pratyaya. Either adhatuka or sarvadhatuka pratyaya can be added and the forms can be derived. So we are going to see that the huge, the list of pratyas are there. What will happen? We will see at least for one dhatu by adding all the pratyas and see in the forms. At least lakara we will do. Almost all the lakaras. So pipati shati is a rupa. Pipati shati lat lakara. Just it's a lat lakara. So lan lakara, lut lakara, ring lakara, lung lakara also. All the lakara forms we have to do. Okay. Then, so up to this, I think we saw in the last class. Now, here, pancha upanga karyani. That is upa anga karyani, anga karya. 5 anga karyas, upanga karya. Anga karyas are there in 6-4 section. That is anga karya. Upanga karya is some the secondary karyas will happen. What are the secondary karyas? Because of the pratyaya, dhatu adesha can happen. Number 1, not for all the dhatus. Whichever dhatus can undergo replacement, that will happen dhatu adesha. Second one, ittakama. Therefore, rakaranam we need to know. So dhatu adesha, which is covered in the 2nd chapter, 4th section. 2nd chapter, 4th section. Ardhatukasya, ardhatuka, that is the sutra is there. So when ardhatuka pratyaya follows, what will happen? Dhatu will undergo replacement. So that is important. Sanicha, here you can see when san pratyaya follows the section, here it is adhatuke. When adhatuka pratyaya follows, adhatuke saptami bhakti, 2, 4, 35. When adhatuka pratyaya follows, the changes happen to the dhatu. Either the dhatu is replaced, ente dhatu, or whatever the changes. So here sanicha is important. San pratyaya follows. What will happen? Ingascha, ing dhatu, gamihi, abodhane, will be replaced by gam. So that's why avagamishati, all those things happens. So here san pratyaya follows. Okay. Then gang liti, again sanicha, san pratyaya follows from 47 to 48. 48, okay. That is very study. Even also when san pratyaya follows. Also when san pratyaya follows. So not only these in dhatu, other dhatus also. The list of dhatus here: aster, buhu, bruvo, vachihi, chakshin, kyam. All this as dhatu will be replaced. The astehe bu, as dhatu will be replaced by bu when adha dhatuka pratyaya follows. When san pratyaya follows, which is adha dhatuka, as will be replaced by bu. So it is the list is given in the sutra. That is what we are going to see as dhatu adesha. Replacement of the dhatu, upadeshika dhatu by an adesha. An adesha, since it replaces the stari, that also will enjoy the dhatu sanya. So that is dhatu adesha. And then ittakama, the knowledge of ittakama is very important. So when ittakama will come, when it will not come. Even in 7.3 section, there are cases where san pratyaya allows optional ittakama, sometimes it is negated for all the other possibilities. So we need to know ittakama thoroughly, because duplication, once you add, then if ittakama comes, it becomes it becomes anekach, and and E is there, which ajadi. The second ach will undergo duplication, which generally will be this itagama. E will undergo duplication, like in the example atitishati. So therefore, knowledge of itagama is important. And atideshaha. Atideshaha, there is another upanga karya that we will see. Atideshaha. Then abhyasa karya, 7-4 section. Then Sandhikarya. Sandhikarya, we are very much familiar, therefore we will not have problem in Sandhikarya. And Abhyasakarya also to some extent we know. Special rules with regard to the Abhyasan we have to see. And Atideshaha, that also you will see. Atidesha, what is Atideshaha? Extending Kittum or extending Pittum, etc. The Angakarya happening. That Atidesha, that we will see. So these are the 5 Upanga Karyas which the knowledge of which is required for the derivation of San Pratyaya. Now let us do the first one. Dhatu Adeshaha, which is the first sutram is Aster Buhu 2452. 24 section is in the section where only we have the sutra Adha Dhatuke. When Adha Dhatuka Pratyaya follows, what all the dhatus will undergo change? Aster Buhu, Astehe Dhatoho Buhu iti Ayam Adesha Bhavati. Buhu iti Ayam Adesha Bhavati. Adha Dhatuke Pratyaye Pare. Number 1. Bu Adesha is the Adesha of the Dhatu As. Then Brvo Vachihi 2453. Bru Dhatu. Broom, it is Ubepadi. Broom Dhatu. Will be replaced by Vach. When Adha Dhatuka Pratyaya follows Bruvor Vachi. Bruvor Vach only. Kara is only for Ucharanatham. Then Chakshing Kyam. Chakshing Dhatu, Chaksh, to speak. That will be replaced by Kya. When Adha Dhatuka Pratyaya follows. Kyang, because Nakara is there, it is Vepadi. Then this is 2454. Then 2456. Ajege Vyaghai Poho. Ajege is Ajege Dhatu Aj. Ajege V is that. V iti Ayamadesha Bhavati when Ghai Pau Varjayitva. Ghai is Ghai Pratyaya. And Ghai up is also another Krit Pratyaya. We will see. Akartari Chakarake Sanyaya. Under that section we have this Pratyaya. Ghai Pratyaya Bhave and up Pratyaya it is there. So accepting. So V is the Adesha of the Dhatu Aj. Ajay ke dhato ho vi adesha bhavati aghai nyapoho ajay vyaghang poho. Here it is ghai pratyaya na ghai aghai and up dhatu up pratyaya. So ghai plus up pratyaya ghayapa. So ghayapoho accepting the ghai pratyaya and up pratyaya following. Ghai Pratyaya and Ap Pratyaya, Aj will be replaced by V. You have to split this to understand the Sandhi. Ajay Shashti Bhakti. Ajay V Adesha Bhavati. Then Aghai is Krit Pratyaya. With Adha Dhatuka Pratyaya it is. Aghai and Ap Pratyaya. Aghai Up. So this A is a nunch for both, not only for Ghai. Okay. Nunch is for both. Accepting the Ghai Pratyaya and Ap Pratyaya following, Adha Dhatuka Pratyaya following, other Dhatuka, when Adha Dhatuka Pratyaya follows, Aj will be replaced by V. Viti Ayam Adesha Bhavati. Okay. So that is one. Then there are other dhatus but this 3 is okay. We'll see other dhatu also. In fact, Sanicha and all I have listed here. Then this is another dhatu you can see here. Adechaka Upadeshe Ashiti. The sutra we know. Adechaha Upadeshe. What does it mean? Adechaha. Agent dhatu will be replaced by Antyasya Alavasthane Akaraha Adesha Bhavati. H letter will be replaced by A. When it is not followed by Shit Pratyaya. But here you have to note. Shit Pratyaya we will say, there's a note in the Kashika. I have not written here. Shit Pratyaya. Ashiti Pare means the Shakara, the ithilata should be at the beginning of the Pratyaya. Okay, there's a small note given in the Kashika for this sutra. Anyway, that is not important here, but just we can note this since we have seen Shatra, Shanaj, etc. Shatra Pratyaya, if you take, Shakara is the ithilata, which is at the beginning of the Pratyaya. Similarly, Shanaj. Shakara is the ithilata, which is at the beginning of the Pratyaya. Suppose if Shakara is not at the beginning, at the end, then this will not happen. There's a note given in Kashika for this. So, yeah, the condition is Nanch condition, negative condition. When Ashiti Pratyaya follows, when other than Shit Pratyaya follows, and Shit, the Shakara must be the ithilata must be at the beginning. Okay, follows, then Ejanta Dhatoho Akara Adesha Bhavati Yata Glai plus Shab plus Tir. Here you can see Shab, Gana Vikarna Pratyaya. Chakara at the beginning. So Shiti Pratyaya Pare. Shiti Pratyaya Pare, what will happen? Here, this is Vyatireka Udaharanam. Only when Ashiti Pratyaya follows, I will be replaced by Ya. Here Shit Pratyaya follows. The first thing happens. I mean, Sandhikarya happens. Just do Sandhikarya. Layati. Ashiti iti kim Kashikakara gives a Vyatireka Udaharanam. Layati, Mlayati. Why do we say before non-Shit affixes? There, I will not be replaced by if you replace by then you will not have the form Glayati. You will not get Yakara. The Sandhi happens, Sandhikarya. Yatra Asmin Vidihi. Okay. Shidado. This is what I told. Yatra Asmin Vidihi Tadado Valgraniti Shit Ado Pratyaya Pratishedaha. The Shakara must be at the beginning of the Pratyaya. Ashiti Pratyaya Paresh. The negation is only Shakara at the beginning, not at the other places. For example, Yesh Dhatu. Sorry, Yesh Pratyaya. Yesh Pratyaya, this content is A only. Shakara is ithilata. When Yesh Pratyaya follows, which is a Shit Pratyaya, and Shakara not at the beginning of the Pratyaya. Therefore, what will happen? Here Yesh is Shakaranta. It is Shit Pratyaya is at the end of the Shakara at the end of the Pratyaya. Therefore, what will happen? Ashiti Pratyaya Pare Ejantasya Akaradesha Bhavati, right? Ashiti Pratyaya Pare Ejantaha. The counter example we are given here. That is Shit Pratyaya follows, therefore Ejanta is not replaced by A. But what about Yesh? Counter example given. Anvaya Vadira Udaharanam not given. Anvaya Udaharanam we can write. Same Glai you take it. Glai plus Ta Pratyaya. What will happen? Glai plus Ta. What form you get?
Gla.
Because followed by Ashiti Pratyaya, therefore Glai will become Gla. Glata you get, right? That's what you get. This is Anvaya Udaharanam. Vyatireka Udaharanam for the sentence of this Kashika. Okay. If you want Anvaya Udaharanam, this is the Udaharanam, Anvaya Udaharanam. Anvaya Udaharanam, we know very well. That's why it's not given. Anvaya Udaharanam. Now, here the note. What will happen when Yesh follows? Will I replace by A or not? The question is that.
No. I will not come.
I will not be replaced by. Will it be replaced by A or not?
No.
No.
Only when Shakara at the beginning, then only I will be replaced by A. Here it is not at the beginning, right? Therefore, this also will be treated like treated like what? Ashiti pratyaya pare ejantasya akaradesha bhavati, right? Antyasya
Yes.
alavasthane. Ashiti pratyaya pare. Here it is a shit pratyaya. Therefore, I is not replaced by a. Here also shit pratyaya. Yesh also shit pratyaya only. Now the question comes, shit pratyaya follows. And what will happen? I will be replaced by a or not?
Be treated as Ashit Pratyaya.
It will be taken as ashit only. Therefore, it will be replaced. I will be replaced by a, right? Yesh is a pratyaya, it's a krit pratyaya. Understand? You follow what I'm saying? This is a line from the Kashika. Ashiti. Ashiti means shakara should not be at the beginning. It can be at the end. No problem. Then H will be replaced by A. Right? Atra shakarantaha. Here, H dhatu as a shakara at the end. Therefore, therefore here in this case, for this example, it will be considered to be Ashiti only. Understand? H will be Ashiti eva, because shakara not at the beginning, right? Ashiti eva. Therefore, Ashiti pratyaya pare ejanta dhatoho akaradesha bhavati. Bhavati va na bhavati? Bhavati, right?
Yes.
Understand? Okay. Anyway, this is only for Yesh dhatu. That is only pratyaya as I seen. Any other shakaranta may be there in Tadita, but in Tadita lashaku Tadite, that shakara is not a githa letter. Okay. In Tadita we have pratyas ending with shakara, but that shakara is not a githa letter. How? By what sutra? Lashakva Tadite, right? Lashaku atadite eva it bhavati. Tadite na it bhavati. So therefore, this yesh pratyaya must be the krit pratyaya. Only one maybe, right? You follow this? Understand, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Then the next one, lung sanoho. Yes, san is there. That's why this is important. Lung sanoho. Lung sanoho gaslu dhatu. Gaslu lung sanoho parataha anuvritti is there. Ada dhatu, ada bhakshane. That will be replaced by gaslu. Gaslu means gaslu with the letter. Gaslu adeshaka bhavati. This is another atidesha. Then sanicha, the sutra we saw now. Sani parataha, what will happen? Ing dhatu. It is in nakara or nyakara. It was nyakara, I think we saw. 1 minute. Sanicha, sutra. Ingascha. I think maybe a mistake, I think this is one. Inascha is that. This ing dhatu, okay. From Kashika, I copied this 2447. Top Kashika may be typo. Sutra Pata just now we saw, that is, it was 2447 Sanicha for Ingahadat, Ingdat, not for in. In Gatau, in Adipurvaka Ingim means to study, right? Adhyayana. So therefore, here it should be Kashika. There's a typo in the Kashika. No. Just a minute. Sanicha. No, it's correct only. Sanicha has got the anuvritti of in from the previous sutra. And Sani going as anuvritti for the next sutra also. Please see. Okay. Inaha also coming as anuvritti from 45. From 45, Inaha coming as anuvritti for this sutra. And from this sutra, Sani goes as anuvritti. Therefore, both in dhatu as well as ing dhatu, both are covered. In gatau and ing adipurvaka ing is adhyayane, the sense of studying. So inaha in dhatu will be replaced by gum, not in the sense of bodhana. Abodhane. When san pratyaya follows, abodhane arte inagastane gam adesha bhavati. That is sanicha. The next one is ing dhatu will be replaced by gami when san pratyaya follows. Okay, so two sutras are there here, two things are there. Understand? So sanicha is the sutra for the in dhatu, in gatau. So inahastane gam adesha bhavati. Abodhanatasya, when not in the sense of knowing. Okay, sanicha. This is one atidesha. Sorry, one dhatu adesha. And ingascha, the next sutra. Ingascha sani parataha. With ingascha is nitya adipurvaka ing dhatu. It is. So therefore that will be replaced by gam when san pratyaya follows. So these are some of the dhatu adesha. Dhatu getting a replacement. Understand? For the sun, specifically sun, and in general also. Understand? These are some of the dhatu adesha. Then comes itagama. The primary sutram is adadhatukasa it valadeke 7 to 35. Sun being adadhatuka pratyaya, it will get itagama, provided dhatu is set. So then we know set dhatu plus set anukula pratyaya it bhavati. If any one of them is not set anukula, then no itagama. The following ajanta dhatus are set. I have given the list here. What about anekash dhatu? Anekash dhatu will be set or anit?
Set.
How you say it is set? By what sutra? By what sutra? You have seen all those things.
Inferred.
There
Because
is
you said
sutra.
ekach.
A sutra only for ekach. No
Ekach.
sutra.
So we infer that.
Ekachaha upadeshe anudataha anit bhavati. Right? Ekachaha upadeshe anudataha anit bhavati. Anekach is not talked about at all, right? So for anekach dhatu, we'll take itagama. Right? That's a default. It's understood. It is. It need not be stated. All anekach dhatus are therefore they said dhatus only. Only if it is the ekash anudata dhatu, then it is anit. Right? So that is the rule. What about the other things? It will they are set only. So all anekash dhatus, all derived dhatus, all atideshika dhatus are set only. Therefore, and sanadanta dhata is aneka jarekash. It has to be anekash only. Therefore, they are set. Therefore, this san pratyaya, that is santa form, all ajanta dhatus. The following all anekash dhatus are set. All anekash dhatus are set, and sanadanta dhataha, therefore, they must be set. Right? They must be set. Sanadentaha dhatavaha setaha eva. Sanadanta dhatus. Here, please understand. Here, I think you should not get confused with this. Okay. When I say sanadyantaha dhataha, meaning what? Meaning the dhatu which are derived after the duplication, like papatisha. Take the pipatisha or pipatisha, like you take pipatisha. This is the dhatu we are talking about. Okay, this is a anekach dhatu. Sanadanta dhataha anekach dhatu. And here we are doing some lakara, therefore no itakama business. Suppose if you order in the other dhatuka pratyaya, pipatisha plus kta pratyaya, then what will you get? Pipatisha plus ta pratyaya. This is anekach dhatu, right?
Yes.
Sanadantaha dhatavaha anekach dhatavaha. Now the question comes. When adadhatuka pratyaya follows and it is set anukula pratyaya, ta pratyaya, will it take itagama or not? It must be, right?
It will take, yeah.
Because it is anekach. Because
Anekach.
no sutras prevents itagama. Only ekach anudata only. It is anit. Therefore, this will be it only. Therefore, what will be the final form? Pipatisha. Pipatisha plus ita. What do you get?
Pipatishita.
Pipatishita. This is adadhatuka pratyaya. Ato lopaha will happen. Akara will become lopaha. Therefore, pipatishita. Pipatishita you get. So this is what I've written here. Okay, don't get confused here. Please note. I think I should put it in some other place. Otherwise, when you read this, may get doubt. This is just a statement. Anekaj dhatavaha said bhavanti, and there's a side point. All tanadhyanta dhatus, when you add adadhatka pratyaya, it will be said. Okay. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, when you add san pratyaya, san being adadhatka pratyaya, ittagama will come or not. For that, we should have the knowledge of it rakaranam. So that is what is dealt here. Okay. We don't have to know whether this sananta dhatu will take ittagama or not. Because it is aneka, therefore it will take. There is no question of not taking. Okay. There is no nothing new. No new rules or nothing special to be known there. It is implied. It is general. All aneka dhatus are said, therefore ittagama will come. All aneka dhatus are said, and sanadhyanta dhataha being aneka, therefore it will be said. And if you add a set anukula pratyaya, ittagama will come. That is a part of this explanation. Now, when san pratyaya is added to the dhatu, before the duplication, ittagama must come. So, therefore, it prakaranam we should know. It prakaranam already covered. This is not something new. Already we have seen. But once again, just quick revision of it prakaranam. So, for that, it prakaranam, we should have the knowledge of the dhatus, ajanta dhatus and alanta dhatus, which are said, which are anit. The following ajanta dhatus are said. What are the dhatus? You see, ekach, ajanta dhatus are given here. All are ekach dhatu only. This is upadeshika dhatu, ekach dhatu. Sarve akaranta dhatavaha anit. It is not in the karika. Therefore, all the akaranta dhatus are anit. It is just a quick summary. It is not elaborate. Because it prakaranam, since we have seen, therefore it is not elaborated here. All akaranta dhatus are anit. If you want to check the karika. In the karika, is there any akaranta dhatu listed? No. Right? Akaranta dhatu not there in the karika. Where is akara? Therefore, akaranta dhatus are nikhataha smutaha. It means anudhataha smutaha. It means they are anit. Understand? Do you follow or are you confusing?
We can follow.
Yes. So all akaranta dhatus are anit only. What about ikaranta dhatu? There are some ikaranta dhatus mentioned in the list. How many ikaranta dhatus are there? You can see Shvi, one dhatu, Rasva ikara, and Shri dhatu, 1 and 2. 2 ikaranta dhatus. This alone in this document I given in the list here. 2 ikaranta dhatus and 2 ikaranta dhatus. Right? So these 2 ikaranta dhatu, they are said. Other than that, everything is anit. So ikaranta dhatu hashvi shri iti eto varjagitva, excepting these two. These 2 dhatus are there in the karika. Karika listed on the said dhatus. Therefore, these 2 are said dhatus. What about the dhatus other than this? They are anit. Anitaha eva. Sarve sheshaha dhataha anitaha. Right? Understand?
Yes.
Similarly, we have 2 ikaranta dhatus which are in the karika. The dhatus which are in the karika are said. other than the dhatus must be anit. So all the ikaranta dhatus other than these two dhatus, being and sheing are anitaha. Similarly, ukaranta dhatu, the 6 ukaranta dhatus are there, other than these are anitaha. So it is easy to know anita. Ukaranta dhataha, all ukaranta dhatus are in the karika, who is there? Ukaranta, yeah, say it. And Rikaranta dhatu, we have two dhatus, Vru, that's why Rikara, Vru and Vrin. Eto varjayitva sarve Rikaranta dhataha, Sheshaha dhataha, Anitaha bhavanti. And Rikarantaha, all Rikaranta dhatu, it is, the Karika R is there. Udru, all Rikarantus are Setaha eva. What about Ejanta dhatu? What about Ejanta dhatu? With regard to San Pratyaya? Tell me, anybody. What about Ejanta dhatu? It is set or anit? How you say that? Set. You say set, right? How you say set? Is there mentioning of Ekananda Ejanta dhatu in the Karika? No. Where is Ejanta dhatu here? Not listed here, right? Therefore, it has to be
Anit.
anit. And what pratyaya we are discussing here? San pratyaya. San pratyaya is sakara, right? Adudhataka valadi pratyaya. Okay. Then, is it ashit pratyaya? No.
No.
It is ashit pratyaya. And Ejanta dhatu, when H letter follows, what will happen to H letter? When ashiti pratyaya follows, San pratyaya follows.
It will be replaced by
Akara. It will be
akara.
akara. Therefore, it will come under akaranta only.
Akaranta only.
Yeah.
All akarantas are anit. And what about Ejanta? Anit only.
Anit only.
Simple. That's the connection. Okay. That's why we discussed the sutra Upadeshaha Adesha Ashiti before. In the document it is there, but you have to see the connection. So you have to note it. Okay. Now when you listen, you will remember. After that, you will forget what's connection. Huh? Remember the connection. Yeah, all Ejanta dhatus are akaranta dhatus only. All Ejanta dhatus are akaranta dhatus. Since akaranta dhatus are anit, therefore Ejanta dhatus also anit. Otherwise, from the Karika itself, we can infer the Karika there is no mentioning of Ejanta. Therefore, all Ejanta dhatus must be Ekach, Anudata only, Anit only, right? Is it difficult to follow? Or is it okay? You know?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
follow.
We can follow.
Okay. Sometimes I see difficult means no response. Easy also no response. Is it too easy? I don't know. If it is too easy for you, then I'll be happy. Okay, we can move on and be clear. So the table format it is given. So all akara dhatus, anitaha, ikara dhatus, ikaran dhatu, etc. You can note. And ejanta dhatus. This much only, okay, not this much only. This is only ajanta dhatus. What about halanta dhatu? Halanta dhatu we have to note. So halanta dhatu already that list is there. Kakaranta, chakaranta. Those list is given here. So this kakaranta dhatu, shak dhatu, this kakaranta dhatu is anit. This shakla dhatu, even the it rakaranam, if you see, the halanta dhatus are listed. The listed halanta dhatus are anit. The kakaranta dhatu, only one dhatu is there, kakaranta dhatu, which is shak dhatu, which is anit. What about other kakaranta dhatus? Not that only one kakaranta dhatu is there, okay? Only one kakaranta dhatu, which is anit, is there. And there are other kakaranta dhatus. They must be said. Therefore, it is given. Shak dhatum varjagitva sarve shesha dhatavaha setaha bhavanti. That you have to supply for everything, okay? Sarve sheshaha itaha, that is better. Sarve sheshaha itaha or sheshaha itaha bhavanti. Similarly, these 6 chakaranta dhatu, excepting this, all the remaining are itaha. So this is the list. Okay, so we need to have this list. It's easy if you have the list. Otherwise, every time you have to refer to the dhatu pata to find whether the swara is Anudata or what, then you have to decide. Then wait. For wait is that I think you will stop here. Wait dhatu, you will see. So we are discussing here with regard to san pratyaya only. Okay. So don't worry about other adhatuka pratyaya. With regard to san, what will happen? And there are some specific rules are there. That also we'll discuss. Right. Okay. We'll stop here. You have any doubts?
So we'll go through this.
We'll go through, yeah.
I thought it's so easy, simple. That's why you didn't. I thought you're not responding. Okay.
We are recollecting it. We have done, but we have forgotten.
No, it Rakaranam is little difficult, but at least we start here with the sun. Later we will see other pratyas individually. The It Rakaranam Samskrita Bharati book is given for all the pratyas together. Therefore, it was a bit difficult. I hope now when we see sun, and later we will see Nishta Pratyaya and other pratyas. Okay, we'll stop here. This document already you have it, right? I sent you.
Yeah, yes, Jay.
Please go through this, up to this. Wait dhatu, we will see the next class. And specific dhatus with the sun pratyaya, what will happen? Whether it will be deemed to be hit or on it, that we have to see. So that is what is required for the sun. Other data are common. What we saw are common data, common for adhatuka. It is specifically for sun, which we are going to see. Some, I think 6 or 7. No, I think more are there. We'll see. Okay, we'll stop there. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavadaha.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवादः.
Dhanyawad, Sharanji.
धन्यवाद शरण जी.
Dhanyavadaha.